It amazes me how much a person will do to feed their addiction. And once you finally find freedom and get out of addiction, it's amazing how much a person will do to stay away from addiction.
Hello, and welcome to the Hope Over Coffee podcast, where we desire to stir the souls of others over a cup of coffee. So let's grab a cup and dive in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Hope Over Coffee. I am your host, Jared Auger. So some of you may have you wouldn't notice, because if you're listening, you would never know because it's video. I have finally stepped into doing episodes in a video format and getting them on YouTube. And and by the way, this is season 2. We have stepped into season 2 of Hope Over Coffee, and with that, you're getting some video feed, and I really hope that this comes out well. I hope that so I really want to just start over again. I want season 2 to be like almost a reboot of Hope Over Coffee. I really want to get guys to understand what Hope Over Coffee is and what I'm trying to accomplish and where I feel like God's taking me. Maybe I should just tell more of my story, and maybe that will shed some light on some stuff. I had been addicted to. I'm still a porn addict. I don't like. It's still a struggle for me, but most of my life I have been stuck in a porn addiction, and it ruled my life, and it did things in my life that kept me really unable to have really good relationships with people. Hang on, I'm gonna take a sip here. And guys, I really want to bring home that as we struggle with this stuff, as we fight, what are we fighting for? What do we know who we are? Do we know why we do the things we're doing? And I just excuse me. I want to hopefully stir your soul and help you realize what you're doing and what you're going through. So, my earliest experience with pornography is probably middle school. I can't even remember exactly what it was. Probably a magazine or something like that. And then all through high school, videos and the late night TV stuff. I'd sneak it and watch it. What it used to be. Cinemax and Showtime and all those late night stuff that was probably a softer porn than hardcore porn. But I did it, and through high school, my addiction to pornography was pretty bad. That I even stole somebody's videotape of pornography. It amazes me how much a person will do to feed their addiction. And once you finally find freedom and get out of that addiction, it's amazing how much a person will do to stay away from that addiction. I was just talking about this Wednesday night with our Fight Club group and the counselor that was in there. And when someone is stuck in their addiction, whenever they are needing to feed what they believe to be their greatest need, they will do anything to feed it. I think a lot of times we kind of leave that mindset into mainly drugs and alcohol. But I'm here to tell you that porn and sex addiction is a real thing, and man, like I said earlier, I think I was just not really. I think. Look at there. I'm trying to self protect. I think I was stuck in porn. No. Because this is hard, guys. We live in a world that curates their social media and only puts forth the good, amazing, how wonderful I am, images of themselves, videos of themselves, only the good stuff that goes out there, and I can't do that. I really feel like God has told me that I have to quit trying to fit this churchy mold or this this idea that we still have to skirt words and truth and just make things look nice. I can't do that anymore. Even in season 1 of Hope Over Coffee, I thought I was trying to be vulnerable, and I thought that I was really kind of doing what I needed to do. But the more I got into it in the past couple of weeks, I've kind of taken off to reevaluate some things and kind of regroup on Hope Over Coffee and get this video feed going, which I hope somebody watches it. That's gonna be cool if they do. But in a world and culture that thrives and feeds off of counterfeit, fake masks that make everyone else think that everything is all right and great, I can't do that. Guys, I'm a porn addict that has been walking in freedom for 3 years now. Real freedom. If you've listened to any of the first season, I've kind of said some of the stuff before, but there are milestones in my life of coming clean about things. One of those being Faith Walk, where I sat down with a guy and just really, probably for the first time, actually confessed a lot of the things I was doing. Man. Even right now, it's like, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That's not good. Jared's a big fat liar. Jared did a lot of self-protection. Yes, I'm talking about myself in the third person. But I think that's part of being that addict, that you're going to lie and self-protect and not really dive into what is truly going on inside of you, so that you can keep feeding it. Because if we actually talk about the root cause, the thing that is behind the addiction, because addiction is more than, like, I won't say all the time, I'll say most of the time, because I'm not an expert. Please remember and understand, I am no expert. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a psychologist. I joke and say I have a bootleg psychology degree because I've been working on myself, going to counselors, sitting in group support groups, and just in the way my mind works, I like to take in a lot of stuff and I process it and turn around and put it back out. But I will say most of the time, I'd like to say all the time, your addiction to whatever is not your root cause. It's not your root problem. It's a symptom of your problem. For me, pornography was a way to feel bonding with someone, to be able to feel in control, to feel like I had power of voice and choice, to feel important, significant, all these things, and they're all fake. It's all, every bit of pornography is to make the person, because I want to say guys, but that's not true. I've been doing a little bit of research. It's amazing at the amount of women that are in pornography, not in it, but stuck in viewing it just as much as the guys. And I really just think that's a result of our culture. Like, that we live in a world and a culture that glorifies and worships sex. And coming out of that realm, coming out of that area, I feel like God can use me to help those that are in it. Man, there's more for you. And guys, I am speaking straight to the guys. The person I have in mind is a 30-year-old Jared OJ. I was saved when I was 18 years old. I got invited to a Thursday night service at one of the camps. We didn't go to camp as a youth group that I was kind of hanging out in, but we went for the Thursday night, like the chapel, the worship service, and I know I was saved that night. My life it had felt different, but I didn't have accountability in my place. I didn't have discipleship. I didn't have the things to help me be who I was actually called to be in Christ. I feel like I'm saying a lot of guys. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I was stuck. I was still stuck in what I was doing. I was stuck in still watching pornography. And here's your vulnerability, guys. I had a problem with masturbation about probably almost once a day. And to be honest, porn, masturbation, and sexual immorality, anything. I was actually reading in 1 Corinthians this morning. No, Acts 10:20, I think it was. And it was the Jews speaking to the Gentiles, and just like, you got to tell them to stay away from sexual immorality, porneia. Like there's, they transfer it, but it's porneia. It's abnormal use, twisted, outside of what God had intended use of sex. Because, and I can say it. I mean, okay, so I'm remarried. This is my second marriage. And I was stuck in it. Like I said, probably since middle school. Pornography gives you the wrong mental aspect of sex, women, guys, pleasure, whatever, anything that has to do with like an interpersonal relationship with another human that's opposite of your sex. Guys, it perverts it. It contorts it. It makes it into something it's not. It's counterfeit. So when you keep feeding that counterfeit idea of pleasure, sex, and all that stuff, you are disrupting the unity between you and a spouse. And like I said, I'm thinking to myself from not 30 years ago, when I was 30 years old. Guys, it messes you up. I don't know how else, like I said, I'm so I was about to say I'm no scholar, but at the same time, I have friends in my life. I have people in my life that keep calling me a scholar because I like to dig in and study and research and know how things are. I have to know how the cogs fit together on pretty much anything. Like, for me to understand it, wrap my head around it, I need to know how all the pieces fit together. I'm gonna say I have a limited vocabulary. Maybe. I God, it just messes you up. It messes up your relationships. It messes up because of pornography and sexual morality. Anything outside of your relationship with your spouse that revolves around sex, it breaks your unity. And if young men are getting stuck and brought into pornography at middle school, 10, not even younger, 10, 12 years old, and they're stuck in this cycle of this counterfeit, what's going to happen to them when they're at a point in life when they finally can get to a interpersonal relationship with another person, when they can start dating, when they start talking about marriage, when they finally do get in a marriage, like, they're gonna have such a skewed view of what it's all about, and they're gonna miss out. And I can say all that from personal experience. That other milestone in my life was Fight Club. And that was like 3 years ago, 3 years ago. It was 2019. When I was, again, I know I confessed a whole bunch of stuff to that guy at Faith Walk. But when I got into a consistent group community that I could express the things going on inside of me and the things that I struggle with thoughts, and even though I wasn't watching porn, or it still had the problem of a consistent masturbation problem. Once I finally got all those things out and confessed, like James 5:16, where I confessed and could find healing and get away from those things, man, the unity, the intimacy with my spouse went through the roof. It's amazing what you don't realize you're missing out on by continuing to stay in your addiction and just the things that are counterfeit and false. And I don't want that for anyone. It breaks my heart. And with that, so this is really the birth of Hope Over Coffee. This is what God has brought me into, is to help find guys, to help y'all understand there is hope. There is something more than what you're getting. There's something more than what you're doing. And guys, it's out there. And I want to help you find it. I'm I am no, like I said, I'm no genius. I won't say I got it figured out. But what I do know is you got to find out who you are. You got to be able to know who other people are, because that way you're stepping outside of yourself. You got to know God. And if you do all those things, I won't say I guarantee it, but I guarantee it, you'll start becoming more Christ-like. And again, my guys who I'm speaking to are these 30-year-old men that probably have kids, spouse, parents, and at one point they believe, but they're just stuck. You're stuck in your sin, in your bondage. You believe who Jesus is. He is Lord, and you believe that He's the Son of God, and you believe in God, Son, Holy Spirit. You believe all those things, but you're just stuck, and you don't know how to get out. And it takes work. It takes digging into who you are and what you're doing, and being in a community to confess those things, probably on a regular basis. That because, well, in my experience, it took me a while. I'm not gonna get it right the first time. Like, it just wasn't an instant. Like, hey, you're fixed. God took it away. I know of well, I say I know. I know of people that he did that with other sins in their life, other bondages like smoking, drinking. I have not heard. If I did, I don't remember. I have not heard of a man that was instantly delivered from his addiction and bondage to sexual sin. Guys, we live in a society in America, in a culture that has sex on the brain 24/7. It is everywhere. It's at our fingertips. It's on our phones. It's on our TVs. It's on the commercials. If you have conquered it, completely conquered it, bravo. I'm impressed, to be honest. Is it, I don't even know if I'd say managed or under control, but again, I have some freedom. I have found freedom in knowing that I don't have to do those things through the power of Jesus working in my life. And I want the same for you. Yeah, guys, that's what Hope Over Coffee is about. That's what I'm here for. This is what I'm here to do. I really, really hope that this message has brought you a stirring in your soul that wants you to dig in, to find out what that root cause is in your life that is keeping you going back to the counterfeit, going back to the fake, that you keep shoving in your body through images, through drink, through drugs, everything. You just keep shoving in, trying to fill a hole that it's never going to fill. Because deep down, there's something down inside you. Well, first of all, God created you that way, that he put something in us for us to worship him, and we need to go to him to fill that hole. Second, it could trauma, childhood, just growing up the way you grew up. It had an impact on you. It had effect. Just like all these kids that are stuck with pornography at their fingertips. Knowing what I know now, I'm so sad. I'm so heartbroken for what these kids are having to go through. I mean, I know what I went through. Like I said, magazines, tapes, VHS tapes. I want more. I want more for the generation that's coming. I want more for you. I want more than what you're getting for you. I want you to find the freedom too. I want you to be able to walk in a way, in a manner that you're bringing God glory. That's what I want for you. Do you want it for you? Do you even know who you are? That's so probably gonna be in the next episode. I've been on this journey of understanding who I am, and I don't know who I am. I know I'm in Christ. I know that where I grew up. I know where I live. I know I have an idea of who I am. But do you know who you are? I want to be me. I want to be me. I think everybody wants to be themselves. And I think fear keeps us from doing that. But hey, we'll talk about that next time. Well, guys, that's kind of where we're at. I hope everyone enjoys the format of video. To be honest, I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's scary to me to put this out there. But you know what? I'm going to follow through. I'm going to do what God told me to do because he told me to do it, and I got to. Not that he told me to put it on video, but I feel like that's just the next progression of where the podcast needs to go, and it's because I'm 44. Yeah, I'm 44. I think I'm 44. I don't even remember. I'm terrible with dates and ages. But getting this message out to the people that need to hear it. I thought about myself. I like to sit there and watch YouTube videos. I don't have social media. I'm not on Facebook. Well, okay. Caveat. There is a Hope Over Coffee Facebook page. There is an Instagram of Hope Over Coffee. There is a Jared OJ Facebook page. I do not get on them. Someone else manages those for me. So if you try to message me or try to talk me through social media, guess what? I'm probably not going to see it. If you want to get me, jared.oj@hopeovercoffee.com. That's my email address. That comes to me. I forgot where I was going with that. That's hilarious. Anyway, I was reaching people. I was trying to figure out how to reach people because I sit there. I will watch YouTube videos. I will watch nonsense videos on YouTube, and there's shorts, there's reels, there's all these things out there, and I feel like video is the format that it's going to reach someone else. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate you listening. I hope you're stirred, and I hope that you can find freedom in your life. Love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to share and follow us on your favorite podcast app, Facebook, or Instagram. You can also go to hopeovercoffee.com for contact information, past devotionals, and more. Thanks again for listening.